Smith.
And Marcus Welby, MD. If you're from the 70s, you remember that TV show.
Yeah. So we're here again at our favorite place, Moxie's.
Moxie's it is.
And we're just going to be having a regular dinner, and it's exciting. We don't really have anything. There's the twin.
Oh, yes.
One of the twins. So we noticed that they have a pair of twins, and we got confused one time.
Yeah, they were here. They
Yeah,
work on the
two
other
boys.
side of it. Yeah, they're two young guys. Well, they're not boys. They're in their early 20s, but they literally, it's almost impossible to tell them apart.
Yeah, they're
what do you call
identical.
them again? Identical twins? Yeah,
Yeah.
identical. Hence the term.
Yeah, so anyways, we're just going, we haven't been out for a while. Well, actually, this is
the first time all week.
First time all week
we've
after
been
we
home.
came home from our vacation.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, we're just winding down and getting back in action. So
Yeah.
I thought we would just, as you can see, my lovely wife looks beautiful as always. She looks beautiful. So and so we just thought we'd just give you a shout out and hope you guys like the videos that Michelle's uploading. And we like all the comments. Some of them are commenting on and whoever you are that said, "Oh, where did you get this beautiful lady?" or whatever the case may be. Thanks. Yeah, I ask the same thing every time I wake up. I have to pinch myself. Yep. So it's okay. Well, one thing we can say is she certainly didn't marry me for my money.
What does that
Awkward
mean?
question marks. Anyhow,
Yeah,
so we just wanted to say hello. And
and as also, we always start or end with the same slogan, and some people may be wondering, why are we saying let's keep it real? But if you watch the first video, we kind of went into that as to why we say let's keep it real, because a lot of people, well, first of all, we don't edit our videos, and secondly, we're just being as raw as you can see in most of our videos. Even one person came to me and said, "You don't edit your videos, do you?" And I'm like, "That's correct, we don't." So we're just trying to be real.
And by the way, speaking of being real, at least Michelle does all the video work. I don't do anything. I'm not video savvy, so she uploads everything and she makes the thumbnails and all that stuff. And the reason I'm bringing it up is, I guess she's come to find out, at least from the comments and the amount of views that our videos have, you guys seem to like the videos that are kind of like the Harley videos and stuff like that. So we'll continue to, we're not riding, the season's over. My bike's actually in the shop just to kind of do a once over from a long trip, because for those who are interested, that's something we've never had a chance to talk about. That trip we did, and just to very quickly reiterate, if this is the first time you're watching our video, we went out to the east coast of the United States and Canada, and we went down from where we live in Ontario, just in the GTA area. We went down to Lake Placid, New York, Mount Washington, Whiteface Mountain, up through Maine, New Brunswick, covered all New Brunswick, went out to Prince Edward Island, then did all of Nova Scotia, the Cabot Trail and all that stuff, and then out to Newfoundland, did the entire province of Newfoundland twice, from east to west, west to east, and north to south, believe it or not, and then made our way back to the Gaspé Peninsula in Quebec, and all of that translated into 8,650 kilometers. So that translates into over 5,000 miles on that trip. So that's not a lot of miles to do in 21 days, but that's for those who are interested, and just hence why I mentioned it was in the shop. So I gotta get an oil change, and some things I gotta upgrade on the bike. So yeah, for those who are seeing as how you like our Harley videos, and for those who are enthusiasts, for those who understand what I'm getting done, I'm getting my bike's a 2012, so I'm going to get the front end redone. I'm going to get new forks, and I'm going to get the back done again. We're getting a new seat, and pretty much that, and do change all the fluids. And there was a small oil leak. I think he says it might be coming from a rocker cover, but there's no leak. It's actually no leak on the ground, it's a pressure leak. So every time we ride, that you can see a little bit of residue on the side by the air cleaner. So, but anyway, enough rambling on, so I just thought I'd pass that on for the Harley lovers, and so we left it at that.
And we just can't
Apparently
help
somebody just dropped a whole bunch of cups on the ground. That doesn't sound good. Hope they didn't break.
Yeah. It's okay. I saw the person look at the glass and they put it in the washer.
Well, actually, now that we got like a couple of minutes to talk, we'll just Ask Michelle. I haven't asked her that. Now that you've had a week to think about your trip and all the things that we've done today. So what I mean, you don't have to reiterate the stuff you already said, but what are your thoughts post coming out of that? Could you foresee yourself going on an extended trip, one that's longer than 3 weeks?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Sorry, we just got our drinks.
cheers! This is straight 100% vodka. Look how I'm gonna man up and drink this whole thing down.
You gonna drink the whole thing?
Straight vodka. What a man. Better known as high quality H2O. No vodka for me. Just joking.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what did you think? So could you see yourself doing a long trip, like a month trip, 30 days on the road?
Well, you know what?
What did you learn when you're out there?
I learned that.
Like about riding the bike and being out and
Well,
going
first
from
of
hotel
all-
to hotel.
Well, first of all, it was my first time going for long periods of time because I think one day we actually did almost 11 hours worth of riding.
Yeah, we try not to ride too long. I mean, most couples.
So when we say 11 hours, it doesn't mean that we were riding. Obviously, that's impossible to ride 11 hours straight because I think.
No, they
before
know
we
they're
get
not riding 11 hours, but 11 hours on a bike is a long
Yeah,
time.
within
That's 700
the
miles.
daytime, we did about 11 and a half or something like that hours. But I think the longest we've been on a bike is over 2 hours. Like how
Oh
long?
no, way more than that. We did tank to tank, 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
3.5
done
hours, which isn't a big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
it for those who ride and don't ride, it sounds like a long time. But if you're sitting in one position, those who ride don't need the explanation. But if you're sitting
Yeah.
in that position at high speeds and and by the way, when you're riding on a Harley, it happens to be the heat projects right through the seat and it comes in there and your butt, for lack of better words, is on fire. So you have to readjust every once you get beyond the hour and a half, hour and 45-minute mark, you're readjusting. But anyhow, I don't want to hijack what you were trying to say.
Yeah, so having been in that situation where I learned how to cope for extended period of hours on the bike, I learned to readjust myself. Like while I'm on the bike, I figured how to like actually flex my legs while I'm on the back. And he probably doesn't know. It doesn't really mean I'm shifting or doing anything excessive. I just learned how to flex myself. The only thing is sometimes, I guess if you're the type of person who is constantly busy doing things, you tend to get a little bit like, okay, what do I do to occupy myself? So that's the only
I have music going a lot of the time, and God bless her, she never complains about my hillbilly music, and I'm listening to all kinds of.
I listen to it.
I know.
Sometimes he shares, oh, this is this singer, whatever.
She tolerates it. Let's just say that her music and my music aren't the same, but I mean, she listens to.
I'm not adverse to music in general because I'm a music person. I do play instruments and I do dance.
Oh no, I wasn't suggesting
Meaning
that.
that
Just
the only music I don't like to listen to is heavy metal, I think.
Yeah, I don't have any heavy metal. I mean,
So
I got some rock
the
and
other
tunes.
stuff,
You know,
I'm okay with it. Like I will listen, and especially if there's a storyline.
Actually, can
behind-
you really hear it back there very
Oh,
much?
yeah.
Even with your helmet covering your ears?
Yes, I can.
Oh, really?
Because it comes through the speaker.
I mean,
it comes out.
if you're not, well, you're those who don't know anything about Harleys. Where Michelle sits on the bike, right by her hips, there's two speakers on either side of her. Or pardon me, a single speaker on the right and on the left. So
we did a video to illustrate how the seats are set
and
up.
unbeknownst to what
also
you
where
might
I
think,
sit.
unbeknownst to what the average person might think, at a motorcycle, it sounds counterintuitive. But when the music's blaring at 65 miles an hour, you probably think, oh, you can't hear anything but the bike. Oh no, I sing right along with my song. I can hear everything on that bike clear as a bell.
He's always singing and bobbing to it, and even doing his hands like
Okay, no.
illustrating the words of the song. I see you.
If I'm just being foolish, I'm not. I keep my hands in the air. Sometimes I go crazy.
Sometimes he's getting into it.
Oh, I got a groove going on. To get back to
he's
Michelle.
enjoying the ride.
Yeah, to get back
so me now, on the other hand, while I'm behind, maybe my entertainment is to see him enjoying himself, and especially when he goes around the bend, like that's really exciting when you're going around
Oh, I try to lean
set.
the bike over extra for her because that way she just sometimes
Yeah.
she does it. But I mean, but I'm just entertaining myself. So.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's and the bottom line is not necessarily the extension of time being on the bike and just saying, okay, you're on the bike, but is knowing that we're going to go somewhere exciting and we're actually looking forward to the destination. So for me, the destination is what counts a lot more than just being on the bike sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it gets boring after a while. I mean, even I get bored. I mean, just sitting on the bike looking straight ahead. If you're in an area where it's like beautiful, mountainous, and everything, you're occupied. I mean, you can't keep your eyes on. But when you get like on a flat road, it's like you're going across the 401. Boring. You're just looking straight ahead and hoping something.
You're just looking at the cars and then you look at everybody who.
So what is it like being a passenger with? And generally, by the way, on a side note, we don't talk much for obvious reasons because I have to.
Sometimes we do, like while we're.
I'll
whisper in his ear.
No, yeah, but I mean, she talks to me. When I mean we don't talk much, I mean like in the course of an hour, we obviously I can't have a full-on conversation. She'll often tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, hey, what's that over there? Or I thought we were getting off at the last exit, and after my 7th U-turn of not looking at the GPS and realizing we've gone wrong, then I kind of go, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, so I'm just joking.
And one of the things that, I always do is I have my little purse, like a little strap, like it straps around my shoulder like this, and it's attached to my, my side here. So what I do, I always keep my little things in there, like entertainment stuff, which is my phone, my lip gloss, and all these different things that I can fidget with.
We only got a couple minutes left, but give them a couple just a brief synopsis. We only got a couple minutes of just what you thought about it after being home for a week.
To be honest, I was a little tired, and I didn't realize that I was tired. Getting back into the regular routine, I find that and especially because of the time frame with regards to the change of time, because when we were in Newfoundland, we were an hour and a half ahead of Brampton, and then when we were in St. Pierre and Miquelon, we were 2 hours ahead. So
it appears our dinner's going to be. We just got some stuff.
Yeah, so different time zone kind of have an effect on your body, and then coming back is like you're really feeling like you should be in bed by now. So I guess you could say after coming back, it's like you start to feel the effect of it and getting back into the routine. And also one thing, because I think I mentioned it before, that I was napping on the bike. And it could be like a 10-minute nap or something. So I find that throughout the day now, occasionally I have been yawning a lot because I'm used to just sitting, napping and just relaxing.
Well, yeah, I remember something too. It's you're the inactivity, And
I mean, like coming back into the regular routine, I find I'm yawning, so it means that my body's used to being like we're in a relaxed mode. So it's like okay.
Our sleep is getting better too because it's like anything. It's like jet lag. It's all the same level. When you go from one extreme to the other, we've gone from traveling thousands of miles to every day and going somewhere with a purpose. All of a sudden, that we're just idle. We're just at home, doing our job, doing everything, and I'm like from home. It's like okay.
And I'm not outside in the sun.
Exactly, and then
So everything is different.
But yeah, on a side note, by the way, I'm glad my poor nose got burnt. I should have listened to my wife. She's like, "Oh, you gotta put stuff on." It's like, "Don't worry about it." And it literally, but it's all done now because it's just like I'm just basically tan.
Remember when you went to
my nose was as red as my shirt, and I went to go get a haircut, and I know people are saying, "What hair?" I know, but I was getting bushy, so I got it shaved. And as soon as I walk in, all the ladies that were through there, they all know me. They don't know me by name, but they know me, and they're like, "Oh, hey, what happened to your nose?" They're like, "What happened to your face or something?" I don't know what the lady said. Or no, did she?
No, but she did ask you what happened to your nose. Did you get hit or something?
Oh yeah, she goes, "Oh, were you in a fight?" And I said, "A fight?" She goes, "Yeah, because I thought maybe someone punched you because your nose looked so red and inflamed." Oh, I got burnt. It looked as red as his shirt. So, note to self: don't be lazy. And it was all dry. So, but anyway, this video is now gone 15 minutes. That's enough time. So, I don't know what Michelle's going to call this one, but I'll leave it to her. But anyways,
Yeah, but
guys,
he comes with ideas too because he's very, as you can tell, he's a very good conversationalist and also creative with ideas. So I do value his input, though he might say I'm the one uploading it. But at the end of the day,
I literally don't do anything. She's the brains behind it all. I'm not trying to be real
just
real
a technological
casual.
part. That's all.
No, she's on. Believe it or not, she's just being very kind and shy about it. She's on that thing. I mean, in her spare time, she's on that thing 24/7, working at it.
You know what the funny thing
doing
is,
everything.
guys?
Because she has a passion for it.
It's not as difficult as it seems because we're not editing our video. Most of the time
But she's still doing the work.
yeah,
So.
most of the time that is factored in when you're submitting videos on YouTube is the editing. And because our videos are ready to go, we just upload it. I know some people might be wondering what's the significance of doing that. Well, like I said, we're just keeping it real.
We are.
And whatever
so.
you like, and if you don't like it, that's okay. Because everything is not for everybody.
Correct.
But it's
But on
just a
that
matter
note-
of what we like to submit. And
But
that's
on
all.
that note, as we always like to say,
Let's keep it real.
Bye, guys. Ciao.